Hey everybody, what's up? Pastor Matt here. Thanks for checking into the YouTube channel. Hey, a little update for you for the next year coming up, 2022. Wanted to let y'all know that I'm probably not going to be writing as much for Modern Reformation this year. And I just wanted to assure everybody that, look, there is no problem whatsoever between me and Modern Reformation. It's been an amazing experience. In fact, I was very, very flattered when I was even asked to become a writer for Modern Reformation. To me, the very name, the whole MR and White Horse Inn, that whole concept has the utmost integrity and super respect for all the guys over there. But this week in my email box, I got my annual contract that comes up. I have to sign a contract stipulating essentially how much I'm going to be able to write and how often I'm going to submit my pieces and things like that. And there was a couple changes in the contract this year. Nothing bad, nothing negative, but all of a sudden it just kind of induced this dread in my heart of re-upping for another major commitment. And I'm the kind of person that whenever I make a commitment, I like to really make good on all of my promises that I make. In fact, the editor over there, a guy by the name of Joshua Shendel, he's the guy that's been editing my pieces this past year. I made him a promise at the beginning of last year that I would be the one writer who is never late, always on time, in fact, always early for everything I ever submit, so that he would have plenty of time to correct all my mistakes. And I'm sure there's many, many mistakes in all of these pieces that I write for him. So I wanted to let him know that I'd always be timely, always be efficient, always be early whenever possible, and that I'd be the best writer that he could possibly imagine working with. And I don't know that all of that is true. I definitely got all my pieces in on time, that's for sure, and definitely gave the editors time to work through all my stuff. But that commitment is just it's big. And to be honest, I do a lot here at Gospel Fellowship PCA. We're trying to plant a church right now. We're trying to not only grow this branch here of the Kingdom of Christ Church here at Gospel Fellowship. We've been growing. Our numbers have been increasing. I think it has to do with our policies. We're very open, even though COVID is going on and a lot of churches have shut down. I think it has to do with some of our stands related to issues of the culture in the day, particularly our strong stand on biblical inerrancy and infallibility, preaching the word, expository sermons, and I think people are looking for that. They're looking for that, and people are finding it here. Not only that, but our community at Gospel Fellowship is really, really growing because right out the door, there's developments cropping up. I can hear them from the parking lot, and I know that our church is going to grow in the future, and it already is growing. Our numbers are up. Let's see, we used to average about 190 people for about 5 years, pretty plateaued, and now we're seeing 230, 240, 250, 260 on Sundays, and there's all of these visitors to greet. Every Sunday morning I ask people to fill out these little yellow cards. You might have heard this if you watch ever any of our sermon video or series worship services online. I ask for those yellow cards. We're getting them all the time. I try to take out everybody who comes to church for breakfast and lunches, and I'm way behind now because of all the visitors. And then, this whole church plant concept, we're busy doing that. David and I are taking turns preaching and place to place on Wednesday nights. When he's here, I'm there. When I'm there, he's here, and so on. So there's that. And to be completely honest, I loved writing for Modern Reformation. I really felt like it was a feather in my cap, and one day I will write for them again, perhaps, because I never ever like to leave any bridges burned. I try never to do that, try to always end things on the best possible relationship. But when I looked at that contract in my email box, my heart began to fear and tremble, and I don't want to do that as a writer. I'd rather write out of joy and confidence in the abundance of my heart rather than the very dregs or the last drops of my creative energy. And I just had a feeling that if I re-upped with Modern Reformation again, that I would be giving just those last little drops of my my heart and my mind and my thoughts, and it probably just wouldn't be good. So I don't think this is the season for me to write for MR, and I did let them know that. And there's a possibility that I'm going to write one or two pieces this year, maybe do a couple book reviews or something like that. It's definitely not ending my relationship with those guys, but I will be stepping back. Plus, there's one other thing that came up that is really exciting to me, and I try to stay in the lanes in which I'm excited at the time, at the moment. This theology conference that we did with RPTS, hope you saw some of the videos from the theology conference that we posted. My relationship with RPTS is certainly growing since I was asked to be on the President's Council there, and we've been doing some stuff together more frequently. And I was asked recently, I hope I'm allowed to say this because it's not public information yet, but here goes. They gave me the opportunity to come up with any course that I wanted to related to Jonathan Edwards. And so a year from now or so, I'm going to be teaching my first course there as an adjunct. Now, don't get nervous, Gospel Fellowship. There's no way I'm leaving this post here. I only want to do more and better and flourish here as pastor of Gospel Fellowship PCA. But pretty cool opportunity to teach a class on Jonathan Edwards, and so pretty sure I'll be doing that, Lord willing, in the near future. So that's going to drive me back to Edwards studies again for this year. There's a lot of things I need to read and reread, and I have a whole year to prep this course. But the opportunity to design a course around Jonathan Edwards is just too good to say no to that opportunity. And I'm thrilled to be able to do that. So that's going to be great. And anyways, I just wanted to give you an explanation. No, there's no rift, no difficulties, no arguments, no burned bridges, nothing like that between me and Modern Reformation. Just have to step back from something this year, and the something that I'm going to step back from is that. All right, well, thanks for checking in to this YouTube video. Do love you lots, and we'll talk to you later.